December 7th, 1941. A date which lives in infamy. But what if it never happened? What if Japan never attacked Pearl Harbor, and America never entered the war? How different would World War II and the world be? The attack on Pearl Harbor wasn't just a surprise military strike. It was the catalyst that pulled the United States into World War II. Until then, America had remained officially neutral, divided between aiding the Allies and staying out of another European war. But Pearl Harbor changed everything. The next day, Congress declared war on Japan. 4 days later, Hitler declared war on the United States. The sleeping giant had awoken, and the war became truly global. But what if Japan made a different choice? What if their high command decided not to strike Pearl Harbor? No attack. No American casualties. No destroyed fleet. Suddenly, there's no immediate cause for US involvement. Roosevelt continues pushing aid to the Allies, but without an attack on American soil, full-scale war remains politically impossible. Without Pearl Harbor, the United States stays on the sidelines, at least for a while longer. The Lend-Lease Act continues to support Britain and the Soviet Union, but American troops don't deploy overseas. In Europe, Hitler's forces focus entirely on the Eastern Front. Without a Western invasion to divide his armies, he might push deeper into Soviet territory. The war becomes longer, bloodier, more devastating for Russia. In the West, Britain stands alone. There's no D-Day, no Allied invasion of France. Germany's grip on Europe tightens, and Nazi rule could last for years. In the Pacific, Japan expands unchecked. They dominate Southeast Asia. China suffers even more. Australia is threatened. But without US naval power, resistance is minimal. Without US entry into the war, the Manhattan Project may not receive the funding or urgency it had in our timeline. Nuclear weapons could be delayed, or worse, developed first by Germany or the Soviet Union. Imagine a world where the first atomic bomb is dropped not on Hiroshima, but on London or Moscow. The consequences ripple into the future. There's no post-war American superpower, no Marshall Plan, no NATO. The Cold War might still happen, but between very different players. A German-Soviet standoff, or a Pacific dominated by Imperial Japan. Global democracy might shrink. Authoritarian empires could shape the modern world. The balance of power shifts forever. One choice, one missed attack, and the entire course of the 20th century changes. Without Pearl Harbor, America may never enter the war, and the world might be darker, more brutal, and less free. This is history's fork, where one small change changes everything. Subscribe now to explore the timelines that could have been.